Ariane, tell me a little bit about the beginning stages, let's say of Vortex, when that band
Yeah,
started.
the band
Yeah,
Vortex
yeah.
actually started in 1979.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I joined in 2000,
Right.
years later. Years later. So my original bandmates are older than I am.
Uh-huh.
I was one of the newer guitarists,
Right.
and the, the the former guitarist, he had another band too,
Uh-huh.
pop music band, and he could never do the Vortex gigs because of that.
Right.
So they kicked him out,
Uh-huh.
and they asked me to join Vortex.
Wow. Wow. Now, was Maestro before Vortex?
Yeah, yeah, it is. I started the band Maestro in 1987
Uh-huh.
with my friend, bass player René van Zonneveld, and we wanted to form a band and play the music we liked to hear. And
Right.
we were heavily into melodic rock,
Uh,
as you already guessed, and also in AOR. And at the time, Bon Jovi had big hits in our country, the Netherlands,
Right.
and Europe with the Final Countdown,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys with the big hair.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Cool.
started writing songs in that style. At least we tried. And 2 years later, in '89, we recorded our first demo cassette because
Right.
back then we used cassettes. You'll probably remember it too.
Uh-huh.
Uh, in in '91, we released our second demo cassette,
Right.
and we did lots of gigs in the Netherlands and in Germany and Belgium, and with other Dutch hard rock bands at the time.
Mhm.
That yeah, back then it was called hard rock. You
Right.
remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Do you remember making the cassettes?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
still have some copies,
Uh-huh.
and some artwork. I've got artwork left.
Mm-hmm.
Some covers were overprinted, so I kept them all this
Right. Yeah.
time.
Cool, cool, cool. You came out with another demo in '92 too, right?
Yeah, that was the first Maestro demo, but it was never originally released because it was never completely edited.
Right, yeah.
But I kept it and I released it years later on Spotify
Cool,
to
cool.
make it available to everybody.
Right, yeah. Wow.
And there's no official release from it
Right,
on
yeah.
nothing.
Wow.
And years later, I was asked to join the band Vortex, as you
Right,
asked before, and I had to stop with all the activities around Maestro because it
right,
simply wasn't left.
right, yeah.
So we started recording, and we did rehearsals, and of course lots of gigs with Vortex.
Right,
Consumed all my spare time, and it was fine. Of course, it was just a choice back then.
right.
And well, Vortex released a couple of records before, and
Uh-huh.
they had a small hit. It's called "Open the Gate."
Uh-huh.
They made a video clip back then.
Right, yeah.
It's from it's from '86, I think. Um, it's recorded at a local village, so
Right, yeah.
it looks yeah. If you see it now, "Open the
Uh-huh.
Gate," but it looks very old school,
Right, yeah.
and it
Wow.
also sounds very old school. And it got airplay in the UK. I don't know the shows by heart. What's the guy called? Headbangers Ball,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
and I think Sky Channel played them many times
Right, yeah.
back. Yeah, that was before I joined Vortex, but of course the legacy is I have to play that song every time.
Right. Yeah. 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 Tell me about a demo on the run.
On the run, that's a nice one. Yeah, it started to itch a little, and I wrote lots of songs for my band Maestro, and I wanted to record some songs. And I have this friend here in the Netherlands. He's also singing in the UK band Praying Mantis.
Cool. Cool. Yeah.
And I think Dennis Stratton was in Praying Mantis years
Right.
ago.
Hmm.
From Iron Maiden. And I asked, his name is Sean Kuipers,
Hmm.
and I asked Sean, will you sing my songs for me?
Right. Hmm.
And he said yes, and so we recorded 3 songs,
Uh-huh.
and I released it on an EP CD,
Right. Yeah.
extended play compact disc. And I'm so happy that he sang it because he has a great voice, and there's some nice melodic rock songs on there, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Especially the title track, "On the Run."
Uh-huh.
If you hear it, it will stick in your head. It will stay with you. It's a
Right.
catchy chorus. That's the phrase, I think. And because every time we do a gig with Maestro, the last song we play is "On the Run."
Cool.
when
Cool.
when people leave the venue, they still are humming the tune. That's
Good.
very
That's
cool.
good. That's yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about another I guess an EP called "Can't Stop."
Yeah, yeah, it's another EP we recorded too. It's with a female singer.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to record more songs, original songs,
Right.
no cover. And it's another Maestro EP. It's called "Can't Stop," and then can't stop thinking about you. That's the but
Yeah.
can't stop is for. And there's also 4 tracks on there, also in the melodic rock style.
Hmm.
And the guy who sound engineered it, when we finished recording, he got a burnout.
Right.
Not my fault, by the way. It's just
Good.
he got a burnout, so that he never got the chance to master the tracks
Right. Yeah.
properly. But it sounded okay, and I released it anyway because otherwise it was all for nothing. So we released it also on CD
Right.
as
Yeah.
an extended play. And later on, just for fun, I released both EPs on a cassette,
Cool.
just for fun.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
it's,
Good.
it's called double extend. It's called double extended play.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just only 50 copies just for fun. I
Right.
like
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. Tell me anything about in 2021 singles. Something else?
I will start at the beginning with my band Maestro. We are recording a full length album right now.
Right.
And one of my band members said, I'd like to release a single song already.
Right. Yeah.
And we did just that. And the song is called Something Else.
Right.
And I think Firehouse magazine in the UK published it on their compilation CD.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't happy about the drums, the sound of the drums. I wasn't
Right.
happy with that. So we released it as a single, but now the song is still the same, but we did the drums again. It
Right. Yeah.
sounds much better. We keep that for the full length album. And I think we recorded 80 or 90% of the album right now.
Right.
And we also released a second single. I think I sent you the link. The song is called Black Bishop.
Yes.
It's about it's an 80s hard rock song. It's
Right.
about playing chess. I don't know if you heard it.
Uh-huh.
but it's a song. The lyrics are about playing chess.
Right. Yeah,
Also
definitely.
something.
Yeah. Cool, cool. Tell me a little bit, in 2000, a band Vengeance.
Vengeance, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have this drummer friend. He's a
Uh-huh.
great drummer from the Netherlands. His name is Gerry de Graaf.
Uh-huh.
It sounds Dutch, but we are Dutch. Gerry de Graaf. He was playing. He was playing the drums with the band Vengeance from the Netherlands.
Right.
Vengeance has an international, well known internationally, I think,
Uh-huh.
and it's also an old school hard rock band. And well, Gerry asked me one day, "Hey man, we need another guitarist. Can you join us?"
Right.
So I did play for a little while with the band Vengeance.
Uh-huh.
I played, of course, their songs, of course. Made lots of albums already. And well, one day I quit because the singer, I, I had I had to travel for a couple of hours to the
Uh-huh.
rehearsal room
Yeah.
every time, once a week, and the singer wasn't showing up one day, and I was traveling for almost 4 hours, and he didn't show up, and I asked my band members why didn't he show up. Well, he was not in the mood today to rehearse.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said to them, I won't be coming back. So I packed my bag, I packed my guitar and my cables and all that stuff, and I just went home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was my vengeance adventure.
Uh-huh.
And drummer Ferry de Graaf stayed a little longer, but he quit also.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
And but it's years ago. I think it was 2005. I
Uh-huh.
joined them a little while. And I was still with Vortex, so I didn't mind. I really didn't mind. I had my gigs with Vortex all the time at large festivals and all kinds of venues in Europe. So it was fine with me. It was a nice adventure.
Yeah. Definitely.
But
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. We also tried one of my songs to play with Vengeance.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I told them you can't record it when I quit it.
Yeah. Wow.
It's my
Wow.
song. I'm not getting it. And well, it was a short adventure, but it was fun as
Mhm.
long as it lasted.
Cool. Cool.
Well,
Can you tell me
back.
anything about, an EP called The Mill?
The Mill. Yeah, the Mill is an extended play record
Uh-huh.
by Vortex,
Right.
and the Mill, of course, you know the wooden shoes and the mill is
Right.
typically
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dutch.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
this mill is more like a in the lyrics, more like
Uh,
a meat grinder.
yeah. Wow. That's
Just
cool.
funny joke from our singer, and we still do. I think there are 4 songs on there. We still play 2 of those songs live.
Uh-huh.
We still play the song "The Mill,"
Uh-huh.
and it's typically a heavy metal song. And there's another song, "I Got Mucho More." We
Uh-huh.
also still play that. But I have to tell you, in all honesty, I joined Vortex when this EP was just released.
Right.
Right after that, I joined them in 2000.
Wow.
So I'm not there. I play these songs now, but I'm not on the record.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
I think,
Wow.
I think it was released by a Swedish record label, if I remember well.
Cool. 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 Can you tell me anything about in 2003? I think you only played guitar on this, Hammer of the North.
Yeah, Hammer of the North was the first Vortex full length album,
Right.
uh, which I played on.
Uh-huh.
I played all the song. And the funny thing is, there's a song on there. It's called "Where's My Gun."
Uh-huh.
It's actually is my song Black Bishop from Maestro,
Wow.
but with different lyrics.
Right. Yeah.
Because our band leader, Martjo Brongers is his name.
Huh?
He called me up one day and said, I booked a studio and I don't have enough songs. I need more songs.
Right.
And do you have songs lying around? He said, sure. So he listened to some of my songs. And there's also another song. It's called Rise, Shine, and Fall.
Uh-huh.
It really is also a Maestro track. But
Wow.
he wanted to record it. And I said, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Fine. So there actually are two Maestro tracks on that album, Hammer of the North. Yeah. Hammer of the North is released by a German label. I think it's called Hellion Records. I
Okay,
think. I'm
cool.
not sure. Hellion Records.
Wow. Okay, in 2005, Welcome to Metalland.
Yeah, that was the follow-up album.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Metal. Yeah. I didn't really like the title because Land is just a small part. I was telling my band members why not call it a Welcome to Metal World,
Right,
not
yeah.
Land.
Uh-huh.
But no, they didn't like it.
Oh, well.
Well, that's just a choice.
Yeah.
It's not anything, but that's the next record I did with Vortex, and it was fun recording it. We always have fun recording it. Our singer is great with words. He
Mm-hmm.
does funny things with words,
Wow.
and he's a very smart guy. And it was very nice to work on these albums
Cool, cool.
in a real recording studio.
Wow. Next is 2010, Drink Bat Blood.
Yeah, Drink Bad Blood. The bad, we mean
Right,
the
yeah, yeah,
little
yeah.
vampire thingy.
Uh-huh.
We recorded that album in Germany,
Uh-huh.
in a German recording studio, and we had some friends coming over to do from other bands to
Mm-hmm.
do backing vocals, and it's also a full-length album, and it was also very fun to do. It was really nice working with the sound engineer. His name is Sash Menschel, German guy,
Mm-hmm.
nice guy. He know what he does he very well. And it's just a really a basic heavy metal record, and we always try to sound 80s,
Right, yeah.
and yeah, and I think we did that very well.
Cool, cool. Next album is 2014, album called Remains.
An album, yeah, it Remains is recorded with the same sound engineer. I'll
Uh-huh.
say his more. His name is Sash Menzel.
Uh-huh.
We also recorded that album, and it was released, to my horror, with a black and white sleeve.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood why, because and but that's the way the record label wanted it, apparently.
Right, yeah.
I never understood why. We have a guy here in the Netherlands who did all the artwork for us. I never met him often, just a
Mm-hmm.
couple of times. But he did all the Vortex artwork right from the start, when they started, up
Right.
to 2019, when we quit being Vortex. Uh, would you like to hear the story why we are not
Yeah.
Vortex anymore?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Well, in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
just before COVID hit us,
Right.
our band leader, Martjo Brongers, had an accident,
Mm.
and he fell down a story inside a house
Wow.
on his head.
Wow.
And for the first couple of days he survived, and that's a miracle because it was a big fall on his head. But after a couple of days, he died
Wow.
from the
Yeah.
fall. So, and like I just told you, COVID kicked in, and our band leader was suddenly deceased.
Yeah.
So the guys that remained
Mm-hmm.
from Vortex, we had meetings every once a week, I think, And we gave ourselves time to mourn his death.
Mm-hmm.
It also gave us time to think about what we were going to do with Vortex, the band Vortex, if we
Right.
were going to, or just simply quit, or whatever. We didn't know that yet. But we also were tied because of the COVID that kicked in. We couldn't
Right.
rehearse. We couldn't do it like everybody. We were locked in our houses, of course. And so it took a couple of months before we could restart our band.
Right.
And we decided to go on, not by the name Vortex, because apparently there was a agreement between Martjo Brongers,
Mm-hmm.
guitarist, and our singer Jurjen Tichelaar, that if one of them passed away, they would quit the band of Vortex with at least with the name Vortex.
Right.
I didn't know that it didn't matter, so I honored it. It was an agreement. They had a gentleman's agreement. They
Mm-hmm.
had amongst each other, and well, we had our bassist Harm ten Hove had an obvious solution. I said, why not continue under the name METALBATS? METALBATS
Mm-hmm.
is the very first EP Vortex recorded in the 80s.
Right.
So we all agreed it was a fine solution. So we continued up to this day under the name METALBATS. So in the beginning of 2020, Vortex didn't exist no more,
Right.
and continued as METALBATS. But actually, we are the remaining guys from Vortex, and we are still playing. And we'll see what happens next because our singer is 74 already. He will
Mm-hmm.
turn 75 this year. He's still very healthy and very much alive. And as long as he can handle it, we
Mm-hmm.
go on
Cool.
because because we have much fun amongst each other.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just big fun in our touring bus and also on stage. We always have fun, and well, simply put, we are friends.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it easier to go on. There's no business contract or anything.
Right. Cool.
That's basically the story in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool. Now you said you're working on new material now?
No, we're not actually.
Uh-huh.
No, and I can tell you why. We talked about it, of course.
Right.
But the Vortex discover, pardon my English, but
Right.
the Vortex how do you spell it? How do you say it? The catalog, the Vortex catalog
Right.
is huge. I think we have a couple of hundred songs to
Wow.
choose from.
Yeah.
Maybe 300. Many songs, and many of these songs were never played live.
Right. Yeah.
And in the past, our past guitarist Martjo Brongers used to pick the songs for the set lists,
Right. Yeah.
and we have to do that now by ourselves, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Decided to rehearse songs we never did live, or songs we hardly ever did live.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many songs to choose from. It's kind of a luxury problem. And so at the moment we are playing songs that were never heard before live.
Right. Yeah.
Songs from the previous records, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Demo. Maybe in the future we will record new songs. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah.
The last thing we did as the band Vortex, we made a homage single.
Right.
Final single. It was released by Gates of Hell Records from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a homage single, and an old Vortex song is on there. It's called Horrible Dolls.
Uh-huh.
And I rearranged it and we re-recorded it. So it's a new version of the song Horrible Dolls, and it's released only on single and yeah, of course on Spotify,
Right.
but it's not on any CD or anything. And it was the last thing we recorded as the band Vortex.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
I,
Cool. So,
I
what do you have plans? What's the future look like with your music and stuff like that? Will you do any shows? Will you tour? What will you do?
um, well, at the moment in Europe, there's a trend.
Uh-huh.
I hope that's the right word. Uh, Cover bands and tribute bands are booked everywhere in Europe. Bands with their own material, like my bands, have a hard time getting gigs at the moment
Right.
because of this happening. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Same thing here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, same thing. Same
Okay.
exact thing. I mean,
Yeah,
like
it's
cover bands can pack a house, original bands, no.
exactly that. That's what's happening in Europe too, and it's very annoying to me because we play and write our own original material. Well, you get it already.
Right, yeah.
but but it's kind of frustrating. We get gigs,
Uh-huh.
but not as much as before,
Right,
and
yeah.
it's like people don't want to hear new music, no new music anymore. That's what
Right,
it
yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
Probably not really true, but it's hard to get gigs at the moment. So we have to do our best more than before.
Right,
We used to get asked for gigs. Now
right,
we have to add others.
right,
So well, a step back, I think. But well, it's just we have to accept it, and we go on playing live, of course.
right.
Uh, with my band Maestro, we are focusing on our record, our first full-length record to
Uh-huh.
record it. As you probably know, life gets in the way
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
of work and families
Yep.
and studies. For example, I lost my youngest son last year. He had
Sorry.
leukemia. Yeah, thank you. And all these things get in the way of bands.
Right. Hmm.
And well, that's the way it is. So we just have to accept it and work on our album whenever there's time for it. That's the way it goes at the moment.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, um, I don't. I wish it would sped up a little more, but I'm
Right,
not the
yeah.
only guy. I'm not the only guy in the band. Of course. So we focus on later on releasing this album, and I hope to play more then with my band Maestro.
Uh-huh.
Um, Maybe you know already, but I have also some side projects.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that already?
I read a little bit about it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I told you before about drummer
Right.
Gerry
Mhm.
which I met through the band Vengeance. Uh, he and I, we can get along. You can say we are friends, of course.
Right.
And one day he asked me, "Can't we do something together, like a nice project or something?" Well, I told him yes, of course, but you're a drummer, I'm a guitarist. Is a little bit marginal. We need more musicians then. It's not enough, just a drummer and a guitarist. And we decided to ask our mutual friend Rick van Heusen. He is a bass player and he's also a singer and also a songwriter,
Mhm.
which was perfect for us.
Right, yeah.
And Rick agreed to join us, and we agreed to do a recording project, just one album. And the thing is, we didn't know that, but Rick has many songs already ready,
Wow.
which made it much easier.
Yeah.
Much, yeah. So, a long story short, we already recorded one album. It's out already on CD and on vinyl, blue vinyl. And we already recorded our second project album. The project is called RVH Project. RVH stands for Rick van Heusen.
Yeah, cool.
Because most of the songs are his.
Yeah, wow.
And, well, we needed a name anyway, so it didn't really matter. Project, and it means that we don't play gigs. We only record.
Right.
We go to a very good recording studio nearby. Many famous Dutch people recorded albums there. Focus, for instance, and Herman Brood. I don't know if it's to you. On the song Saturday. More famous Dutch people recorded there. It's a great studio, and I love to work there, I have to admit. And well, we recorded a second album, and we have to find a label for it soon, I guess. Yeah. I do the I have a comic book background. I used to release comic books, so I have a graphic background. So I do all the graphics for the artworks. Cool. The layouts. I do all the layouts. Right. Yeah. It makes it. I don't have to go outdoors to find somebody. I can do it myself. It makes it a lot easier to do it myself. So we'll find a label for that too, hopefully, of course. And it sounds great. My friend John Kuipers, which we talked about before, also agreed to do 2 songs. He's much more famous now. He also does the Arian project from Arjan Lucassen, the musician. They're quite known for the Arian projects. Have you heard from them, Arian projects?
I heard about them. I haven't listened to their music.
Okay, no, well, it's on CD, so it's there's time enough. Cool. But John Kuipers also recorded 2 lead vocals tracks. He agreed on doing that, which was very nice because his singing is excellent. It's excellent, really excellent. So we were very happy about that. And well, I have also a friend in the Netherlands. He lives in the city of Leeuwarden. Originally, he's from Austria, so he speaks German, but his English and Dutch is also very good at the moment. And he lives in the Netherlands already for 20 years, and lives and works there, and has a family. And he's an extremely smart guy. He's a physicist, and for his hobby, he likes to write songs and release songs and record songs. And for the last, I think, last 11, 12 years, something, I record all his electric guitar parts. I record this for. And well, we slowly started working together more. But this is also a side project for me. It's called ELOAH. The project is called ELOAH, and the scientist, he is a scientist, is called Elmar Fuchs. Is it Austria name? Fuchs. I think it means fox. Cool. That's the cool. Yeah. Cool. But he's a very nice guy to work with, and that's very important. Right. You have to yourself with people that actually do something and are really nice to work with. Cool.
Well, Arion, it's great to talk to you, and I wish you the best. Great career so far. You know, you're doing great, and you know, thanks a lot for all these pics you sent me. That made me happy. You know,
I kept one. I kept one.
Cool. Well, would you like to say anything to your fans out there?
Yeah, sure. Support live music, of course. What else?
Yeah.
with their own songs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Brian, it's very nice to meet you like this in this way,
Uh-huh.
and I want to thank you for your interest
No problem.
also.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thank your wife too for helping us.
yeah. Good. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Thank.
Wish you all the best. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye
Later.
bye.